minutes for setup time. You will now have 12 minutes for your presentation time, and that time begins now.
Hello, my name is Madison Eddings, and I am co-founder and Chief Executive Officer of Protect, a social enterprise focused on merging innovative technology with mechanisms for cultural change. Sexual assault and rape are hot topic issues that we're hearing more and more about. In news stories like ex-Oklahoma cop Daniel Holtzclaw, who was convicted on 18 counts of sexual battery, or pop icons and politicians like Lady Gaga and Joe Biden, who actively speak out about this issue, which we just saw at the Oscars a few days ago. But what about when sexual assault and rape stop being news stories? What about when it becomes your personal reality, like it has for so many college students? What about when it's your daughter, your son, best friend, brother, sister, yourself, me, that becomes the next victim of this heinous crime? It's no secret that the rate of reported rapes and sexual assaults on college campuses is increasing across the nation as well as the globe. For example, in the North Carolina public university system alone, there are upwards of 7,700 sexual assaults each year. This shocking number is not uncommon. In fact, it's a pretty standard rate for university systems across the country. And every 107 seconds, one more person in this nation is sexually assaulted. That means by the time this clock reaches zero, one more person is going to have to live as a survivor of sexual assault. We can no longer stand around and allow this to happen. That's why we at Protect have created IUVO, a patent-pending wearable technology wristband with real-time GPS. When a wearer feels threatened, he or she simply presses the button to activate the device. This then sends an emergency signal and their location to campus police. On the back-end interface, campus police can view a user profile as well as the wearer's location in real time, allowing them to track the signal and respond as necessary. IUVO works in conjunction with an internet-based platform, allowing our system to easily be implemented into universities nationwide without the need for hardware or software changes. IUVO works both on and off campus. When outside of university limits, it puts you in contact with local police, allowing help to be there anytime, anywhere. Colleges and universities are under increased scrutiny and legislative threat for mishandling cases of sexual assaults in the past, making them extremely eager to integrate innovative solutions to this problem. By adopting our system, colleges are putting student safety and well-being at the forefront where it belongs, as well as offering their students individualized security. We are currently in conversation with multiple schools that desire to be the piloting site of IUVO and the Protect system. Once a school adopts our system, they will then endorse the product and sell it on campus bookstores, as well as it being sold in local retail stores. It runs at $75 a band with an annual recurring data fee of another $75. A single unit costs $25 to make. $25 to make, and it's estimated that the annual it will use about $1.25 in data space each month, allowing us to create profit margins of 67% and 80% respectively. Our continued conversations with universities lead us to believe that our initial market will be 250,000 students with a penetration of 20 to 25%, which will easily allow us to break even in 8 to 10 months. We not only receive a recurring revenue stream from the data charges, or from the annual data fees, but also from our ability to sell to each incoming freshman class and our plan to expand our university reach each year. Our greatest form of competition is cell phone apps like Guardian or Circle of Six. And although these apps have done well to bring attention to the issue of sexual assault, they are extremely inefficient at protecting against it. An app requires a great deal of premeditation on behalf of the user, requiring them to have a predetermined route, to be in continual conversation with their chosen guardians, who are often family or friends who act as a middleman between the user and local police. Furthermore, the ability to successfully access your phone, unlock it, and launch an app in a high-stress situation where you could so easily be disarmed is unlikely. IUVO completely eliminates these inefficiencies. Our innovative technology puts you in direct contact with those who have the authority and experience to handle your situation properly. And it requires no greater premeditation than slipping it on in the morning and charging it every couple of days. And because our product is completely cell phone independent, it saves you precious seconds where you would otherwise be searching for a phone to call for help. The market for wearable technology is growing at a compound annual growth rate of 24.5% and is expected to reach $12.6 billion by 2018. The majority of this space is occupied by health trackers and watches, leaving the personal safety sector a relatively untapped market. Protect has the ability to not only scale at a great level, but reach other markets in the future, including children, people with health risks, and those that work in careers that are dangerous, like minors, for example. We have also been in conversation with former director of the Peace Corps, Aaron Williams, who said he one day strongly desires to see our system implemented into their program. Being a cellular and molecular biology student, I am very much an accidental entrepreneur. I've always had a strong passion for human rights and a particular interest in the issue of sexual assault and rape culture because of my own experiences, as well as those that I love and care about. But I never foresaw myself being a person that creates a business that directly impacts these problems. My friend persuaded me to take a social entrepreneurship course. He said it would be interesting and minimal work. That course gave my college career purpose. It was in that class that I realized I don't have to wait to be an adult to make a difference. I don't have to wait to be a college graduate to influence change. Instead, the time is now to challenge societal norms. The time is now to take these risks and to go for it. My friend, who eventually became my business partner, was definitely wrong about the minimal work. The course is only 6 weeks long, but we work tirelessly every day on our business to bring our vision to life. We've had a lot of highs, like winning the North Carolina Social Entrepreneurship Competition and being the regional winners of the SBA's Innovate Her Challenge, and some tearful and dramatic lows that I will save you the gory details of. But in the end, I have never felt more fulfilled than on this entrepreneurial journey. My team consists of my co-founder, Ben Eisdorfer, who acts as our Chief Operations Officer. His entrepreneurial education and background has allowed us to construct a strong business plan with economically sound practices. We've also created a small board with members like Philip Gary, former Foreign Service Officer and a college administrator, an all-around social outreach genius, as well as Mandy Jocelyn, an extremely experienced entrepreneur and founder of Jocelyn Slings. Her decades of entrepreneurial experience have allowed us to reach the point that we're at today. We are currently in conversation with 3 potential investors and partners, each of whom could offer a unique set of resources that would catalyze Protect's success. We've had the unfortunate experience of turning down investors before because they don't believe in our social corporate responsibility and decided to favor profits over people. We refuse to fall into the trap of easy money and are instead making sure that our social mission is at the forefront of everything we do as a company. We recognize that the problem of sexual assault is more than just the act. It's the underlying culture. We see IUVO as a Band-Aid, allowing the deeper wound of rape culture to heal. That's why we have decided to take a percentage of profits and put it towards 4 main sectors of cultural change. The first being educational programs that begin at a young age, teaching people basic concepts like don't touch somebody that doesn't want to be touched, something a 5-year-old can understand. But it's clear that waiting until high school and college to engage in these conversations is much too late. The second being legislative reform, to create a more victim-friendly justice system for those who decide to pursue legal action after being assaulted. The third is awareness campaigns to create a more supportive and nurturing environment for survivors and an intolerant environment for perpetrators.
2 minutes remaining.
And finally, support to humanitarian efforts like the UN's goal to end female circumcision, or organizations that actively rescue people from sexual slavery. I will not stand up here and pretend like our mission of reforming the paradigm of rape culture is an easy one. I am fighting against a crime as old as recorded history. I am fighting against a way of thinking that desperately wants to see women like me fail. This fuels my fire. If even one person is spared the physical and emotional trauma induced by sexual assault, we will be a successful company. We deserve rape-free campuses, and we refuse to stop fighting until we get them. Thank you.